Every story has a star. This is Janet, my certified financial planner, and she's made my dreams come true. I'm Kimothy. This is Buddy, and we travel full time in vehicles. That was the first one. She was pretty tiny. That was the bed. And we have upgraded. And I bought a really big van and did a no-build build to make it into a beautiful home on wheels. But it was Janet that kept us on the road with a solid plan.
Okay, let's go.
I've always been a problem solver, but I think a lot of it comes from the client. I have to sometimes guide them, prompt them, incite them, nudge them, devil's advocate them, just to kind of say, well, what is it you want to do? Like, I can't tell them what to do unless they are willing to do it, but sometimes they can't always pronounce that out or even put words to it in any way. Geez, I haven't thought of it. I just think about when I get up, here's what I'm going to do to get through the day, and then I'll do it again tomorrow. But they don't often have, maybe due to their situation, they don't often have a long-term goal. And sometimes to get to where they want to go, they have to do it step by step by step, but it's too big of a long, like it's not one big step, it's a lot of baby steps. So if they kind of look at it in the, what can I do now? What can I do next? What can I do next? Rather than I'll never get there kind of step, then I think that works more for people, no matter what their outcome is. And there's tons of outcomes. Everybody has their own, but sometimes they need help to kind of say, oh yeah, you're right, that sounds authentic to where I want to get to. Can you help me get there? Sometimes it's a one question, one answer that can do it. And other times it's, oh boy, we have to unravel, then we have to stitch it back together. It's all unique to everybody. I've learned along the way with you in some of these situations, like, oh, okay, let me look into that. And then it's like, okay, now I know. Let's put it into place, or let's ignore it, or let's jump on it. Like, so I'm often, researching all of this as we go, but I'm also researching it within my scope of practice and my scope of expertise, which is kind of, okay, how can I get the client there? Okay, I need to reach out to other people who know these answers, or maybe in my network that can give me, their qualified opinion that will help me help you. Totally agree. And sometimes it's you don't know what you don't know. So therefore, how would you even know that you do need help? Well, then it's just a simple question, can you help me? I think I need help, but can you help me see that I need help, or do I need help? But you still have to ask that initial question. And again, it comes with judgment and, situational and economic, like maybe people don't feel they can ask anything because of where they feel they are currently. But I mean, there's all kinds of people to ask. You can ask, clergy, you can ask counselors, you can ask, any of the other people that seem to be already there. This is new to me. Can you help me? I don't know how to make focaccia, but I can ask someone who knows how to do it if I really want to do it. So it comes with that little bit of burning desire to improve your situation, or to get the information to consider improving your situation. But I can't give people the spark. The spark needs to come from them at some level. We call it an emergency fund. Yeah, emergency funds are super important. They're up there with trying to have no debt and also having an emergency fund. Those are probably the two big cash flow things that people should concentrate on. Even if they have, low incomes, crap happens, right? So you still need to have, if you have a car, a house, a pet, or a kid, any of those can be a spending explosion at any moment. So you want to be prepared for them. And if you're a single person on the road, then your van is your house, and it's super important. So what happens if you have a flat tire? What happens if your brakes, fail or need replacing or something? So I would say to always try and tuck some money aside, because then you're that much closer to paying that bill, because not everyone, as you know, has credit at that level of income too. So it's not like they could maybe, put $5,000 on a credit card if, one, they don't have a credit card, or they only have $1,000 limit on a credit card. So it's really important to, if you can, to try and have those options, or just, then let's talk about bartering. Let's talk about, I'll hem your pants if you can fix my tires. Like there's different ways to get there, right? But it's not all cash or nothing. It's just, but to be aware that, what's your plan at least if this thing could happen.
A curiosity. Is that a quality to look for with people looking for someone like you? Is that you're naturally curious. You'll go find the answer, and I didn't even know what the question was. So is that an important quality for someone in your line of work?
I think so because, like I said, not everybody has the ability to say this is exactly what I want, because they don't know what they want until they can kind of, oh, okay, now that you've brought that to my attention, it kind of changes my point of view. So maybe I'll head over this direction instead of that direction. So it still helps to kind of talk it through, because they just have a kernel of, I think I want to do this, but I don't have enough information. Can you help me build more around this? And then sometimes it's just kind of like, yeah, I really thought I wanted it, but I don't want that at all, but I really want this over here. So it really helps them to, pose it and see where the best benefit is once they get more information. But absolutely, it takes someone to work with. I mean, Tiger Woods has a coach. All the basketball people have coaches. They could dance circles around their coach as far as performance goes, but they still need someone to help them on the mental side, the logistics side, the improvement side, the strength training. Like, anything that you can apply to a coach is kind of what you can apply to a financial planner at the same time.
Well, I have found that when you're excited about a project or excited about hitting the road, having somebody that sees a hole in a plan when you just want to go, and that emergency fund, I think, is really valuable. So thank you for being my hole spotter.
Well, and it's a valid point that humans are more programmed to head towards positive outcomes than they are towards negative outcomes. So, of course they're going to like, I know, but don't even talk to me about that. I'm heading over there to that sparkly object.
Right.
Versus
la 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 la.
That's right. I can't hear you. I don't want to hear anything you say because I'm so super focused on this positive outcome that's coming. Adrenaline, endorphins, all of that. But, someone realistically will say, yeah, but, and then, you still want to make sure. I don't like closing doors. I like shutting them, but sometimes you still want to maybe, go back through that door at some point, but maybe it's not helpful for you now. So let's, at least kind of focus you in a moving forward direction rather than, sideways. They could go to the website at moneycoachescanada.ca and just go to my webpage, and they'll find everything they need to know about me, including, of course, my contact information.
Thank you very much for being my guide through all of this.
My pleasure.